to me. Desperado won the Caulfield Cup again. American Trevian. Away she goes. What a champion. 14 straight, and she's up there with the greatest ever. Black Caviar won it by 4.5. Second, Karuta Queen. Sterling Grove third. Isn't it just wonderful to watch?
Welcome to the Racing World Daily Bite. And after one of the greatest ever Caulfield Guineas days, thanks to the 14th win in succession by the world's fastest racehorse Black Caviar, it's time now to focus on the impact of the meeting for the rest of the spring. The biggest run from a BMW Caulfield Cup viewpoint was probably one of the 5 internationals to race yesterday. Hong Kong's Mighty High was a solid 4th behind Desperado in the New Zealand Bloodstock Caulfield Stakes. Winner of the Champions and Chater Cup over the BMW Caulfield Cup distance of 2,400 metres, Mighty High has swept into contention for next Saturday, particularly with the field thinning out from the top.
All the way, Desperado. He's back in form, beating RV Innes.
Trainer John Moore flew back to Hong Kong last night, but Mighty High seemed to have taken no harm from his run, having only light exercise at Werribee this morning. The 6-year-old gelding had to be checked off the heels of Lights of Heaven just as he was moving into top gear, and jockey Darren Beedman said he finished off the race in fine style.
Wasn't bad, second up. He's just finding it hard to sprint off the corner at Caulfield. So once he gets to a mile and a half and it's a little bit more, free flowing, I think, because both his races, the last 100's probably been the best part of his race.
Mighty High could now carry the #1 saddlecloth in the Caulfield Cup, with the 2010 Irish Derby runner-up Midas Touch now likely to bypass the race, along with Epsom Derby runner-up and stablemate At First Sight, who was scratched from the Caulfield Stakes after an elevated temperature. The Lloyd Williams pair of imports are still in official TAB sports bet markets, but are listed as doubtful starters. Mark Kavanagh's vastly improved import December Draw continues to firm and is now $2.50. And he could get even shorter because despite firming into second favourite, Lucas Cranach is still not a certain runner. He's suffering from a slight bruise and wore a boot at Werribee this morning prior to doing light work. Although his setback is not serious, it might mean the Friedman brothers, Anthony and Lee, could opt to save Lucas Cranach for the Geelong Cup or one of the other later lead-up races. With the field falling away, the Brian Ellison-trained Sattapati is now guaranteed of a start, despite finishing only 8th on Saturday in the Herbert Power Handicap. Having drawn wide and racing back, Sattapati had virtually no chance, and Ellison is expecting a great showing next Saturday. The trainer, who's had such dismal luck in his previous trips to Australia, was also thrilled with the run of Moyen Corniche, whose third in the Herbert Power was an outstanding Emirates Melbourne Cup trial.
Moyen Corniche came home strongly, an eye-catching third from Midnight Martini.
The Melbourne Cup markets took on a new look after Lion Tamer's dismal run in the Caulfield Stakes. Mary Kane, who worked solidly at Werribee on Saturday morning, is now equal favourite at $10 with Lucas Cranach. Moyen Corniche is at $41, but Ellison thinks he's an ideal Flemington horse. That's why he decided to skip the Caulfield Cup, although he could be excused for regretting that decision. In other news from Saturday, Sahara's Son finished only 7th in the Caulfield Stakes, but the Luca Kamani camp feel he's looking for more distance. Bauer's 6th in the Herbert Power was first-rate, with the stable disappointed that he got so far back. The 9-year-old is running out of chances to earn a re-handicap to get into the Melbourne Cup field. Helmet's win in the age Caulfield Guineas has not only elevated him to favouritism for the $3 million Cox Plate, but it now seems he could be England-bound next year. With Sheikh Mohammed already keen to run his other star 3-year-old Sepoy in the England summer next season, there's a strong likelihood Helmet will join him.
Sepoy, bolted in by 2 lengths to Sister Madley.
Helmet's sizzling opening sectionals led to the fastest Guineas ever at 1 minute 35.36, although the track was rated only dead.
They hit the line. Helmet!
Helmet and New Zealander Jimmy Chew dominate Cox Plate betting. And that's all for now, but we'll be back again every day for a bite out of the Victorian Spring Racing Carnival.